Hi folks, and December's gone, January 1st, 2019, and I'm out in the country. Just wanted to show you the view. Yeah, the only thing I can really hear is birds and flies. Only nature, basically. And it's really peaceful, it's really beautiful here. It's really still. I've been here for about a week. I haven't done any other recordings. I just haven't been in this frame of mind to do so. I don't know. I don't enjoy December time at all. I feel like for myself it's just an effort of trying to get through it. Counting down the days and whatever it is to get past it. I don't know, I've never enjoyed it. It's never really agreed with me. I don't know. So here I am. I'm in the Free State, South Africa. And I've mentioned my friend Thabo who stays in the village here. When I come here I stay in the lodge. And it can be grueling sometimes. Yeah folks, I haven't done a video in a while and there's so much I really want to talk about. I'm not sure what that is necessarily. But I think it's about, I wanted to talk about like a crisis of meaning, that I think's going on. That's one topic. I was thinking another topic is, I wanted to talk about how I feel Thabo is, I've spoken about him before. He's a black dude. He's 10 years younger than me. I met him in the village. I met him here when I was living in the country in 2012. And we've been friends and whatever it is, and now he's moved up with me to the city and he stays with me. And I just feel that, like, because of my lack of people that I can sort of chat to in real life, I've sort of made him one of those people, but on a high priority. Like, just assume that he gets me and understands me, because of my desperation, in a way, of wanting to be understood and heard and felt. Okay? And I just find that, he just doesn't have the capability. He doesn't have the emotional intelligence. He doesn't have the sensitivity towards me that I would like him to have. Right? And I feel sometimes that I'm just being a drain on him. Like, I'm making him think about things that he doesn't want to think about. Type of thing. I'm making him feel things that he's not comfortable with feeling. I'm trying to bring a bit of meaning to his life, I would think, and whatever it is. And it's just too much for him, and I realize how much it's too much for most people, and they don't want it and they don't want to know it. So I've just kind of I've come here to the village. I've been wanting to do things with the village kids. And I don't speak their language, and I don't know the whereabouts of the village and how to get things done. I wanted to, I brought a projector and I wanted to jack it up to a generator and show pictures that I've taken over the time that I've been here, and also some cool videos from YouTube or something like that. Nature videos. And these kids have never seen a projector. But Thabo is just sort of reluctant to help me out, and he can see that I want to do this. It's good. It's goodwill. It's nice. It's good to make children happy. I think it's such an important thing to try and make children happy, to make them smile, to give them an opportunity to play. And so I've really been adamant about that. But with Thabo, he's just sort of not interested. It's not important to him, but it's important to me. But he won't go out of his way. And I feel like, just before we came down to the farm, to the country, myself and Thabo fell sick with an infection, like a bad infection. And I had to take him to the hospital, basically, and I paid for all of his medications and everything. And the guy didn't even sort of say thank you, I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but I don't want to let, say, well, culture, sort of sometimes African culture is, they're very... Then they feel it, they appreciate it, but they don't verbalize it. They don't express it, which I don't want to say that's the case. But I know with Thabo, in a way that he doesn't express himself emotionally, and it frustrates me. And not only that, he doesn't get me emotionally. And so a lot of the time he's frustrated with me because I'm trying for him to reach me on an emotional level. You know, like I'm talking to him about, like, maybe when I do come here to the country, it's hard for me because I'm on my own. I'm the only white dude in a way, you know, surrounded by 150 black village people that I'm, you know, I mean, I do my own walks and I do my own thing, but there's no one really I can talk to. I've mentioned Marlene, who's somebody else as well, who I've mentioned, who lives up sort of on a mountain, if you will, on her own, and she's completely only dependent on me. I mean, there's nobody else that gives her the time of day. You know, and she turned 60 on the 15th of December, on the 20th of December. And I was probably the only one who wished her happy birthday. Maybe one or two other people, but I was the only one who bought her a present. How about that? So she's completely dependent on me. And she's like, now I need to go. I'm leaving today, January 1st. She doesn't want me to go because she's so dependent on me. You know, she's got herself into such a bind where she's completely isolated herself. You know, I mean, she doesn't get groceries. I bring her groceries when I come down from Joburg, from Johannesburg. That's what I do. You know, I mean, if she doesn't have that, she'll eat peaches off the tree when it's summer or something like that, and you must see her. She's stick thin, and I don't know how she gets by. Hey, she relies on me. I bring her like 18 liters of milk, you know, long life milk, basically, when I come down here. So she's like heavily dependent on me, and what I'm saying is that, like, yeah, so I spend time with her, but also it's annoying because, you know, folks, this is another thing that I realize is that you must be careful, hey, because people talk shit, right? Firstly, they think they understand you. When you think they understand you, they just talk shit. Like, I can say to Marlene, and she also doesn't have any emotional intelligence. Like, I can talk to her, say, about Tabo, like, oh, I'm just having an issue with him because, like, I really want to do these parties for the kids. I really want to, and he doesn't care, and he's indifferent, you know, or whatever it is. And she'll say, oh, well, that's just a culture. And so, well, is it really? Or is it just that he's being lazy, he's being disinterested, or he's being just very, you know, selfish, or whatever, you know? Like, if I say he's not very grateful, no, it's just a culture. I say, it's such bullshit. You don't know. People just say things that they don't know. And you've got to be careful of that, you know. People think they know what's going on. They'll tell you, it's like this, you know. Like, I've also, I don't even know if folks know what I'm talking about. Like, with Marlene, it's like, I can say to her about certain, like, my mother, let's say I'm having an issue with my mother, let's just say, whatever it is. She'll say, you know that idea, oh, well, she's your mother and she cares for you at the end of the day. So, like, but you don't even know my mother. Like, you've never met my mother, you know, or my father, or somebody. You know, when you're talking to people and you're just sort of debriefing, and they just come back with things, and, you know, you don't realize it at the time sometimes. How, like, wait a minute, you were so wrong about that, you know. But you just sometimes say, oh, yeah, maybe that's it. And they plant a seed. You know, and it's terrible. Like, I've gone around in this village and I ask the village people, I'm very curious. I'm a curious person by nature, and I ask, you know, a lot of the village people, like, I want to understand some of the mindset. And I can tell you, I'm asking basic things. I'm asking basic questions to different guys and women and men, and they'll give me completely different answers to why things work the way that they work, you know. And that they say it with such confidence. You know, I can't think of an example, but I don't know, folks, you know, you just got to be very careful of who you talk to, in a way, or who you open your heart to. You just, you know, because from advice, you know, from insight, from feedback, and from emotional intelligence, you know, can they give you the feedback that you're looking for? I've often wondered for myself with Marlene, like, does she really care for my well-being, or she's invested in my well-being for her own well-being? Do you know what I mean? This is very important to realize this question. It's like, does this person love me, or do they need me? Like I'm saying, it can be a bit of both. There's obviously a bit of both, but sometimes it's like, well, the person's drowning. They can't really afford to love you. They just need you desperately. And so for myself, sometimes I think with Marlene, it's a bit of both. I think she admires me. I think she admires me for being so strong in her life when everybody else is sort of, you know, given up on her and doesn't have the time and the patience for her and whatever it is. Like, I think she does. She sees what I do with the children here in the village. you know. But that's also another thing, like the parents in the village here. I've been throwing parties here for the last like 3-4 days, all my own money. I rented a jumping castle, you know. I bought streamers and fireworks and hats and, you know, party hats and whatever, Christmas vibe type of thing. And like maybe 1 or 2 of the adults out of maybe about 60 or something will come up to me and say thank you. Wow, you really, you know. And I've done this years before. So what's my point? What is my point? I think I was trying to say, I don't know now, but I think I was trying to say that, what was I trying to say? Basically that I feel a lack of appreciation in my life. I really do. I really, really do for what I'm about. You know? I really do. I don't know, it's just, and it's hard to find people that you can meet and they're consistent and they can give you the emotional sort of feedback that you need, emotional energy that you need, or understanding that you need, and sort of advice or guidance or support that you need. It's very difficult, folks. Very, very difficult. You know? So it's very lonely, you know, in that way. It is very lonely. I'll show you the view a little bit. Oh, yeah. And it's hard, eh? And that's also, I was lying in bed this morning and I was thinking about, like, you know, don't kid yourself that there isn't suffering in life. Don't be naive, eh? Don't think that life can be a constant struggle, you know, or a massive amount of effort. Like, don't be fooled, you know, don't. Like, it is, folks. It's like tough, eh? And it's a struggle. And if you don't see the struggle, you're not alive. I don't think you're living, hey? I really don't think you're living. I think you're in denial if you don't see what a struggle it is. And it's not like just a personal struggle, it's the struggle, if you will. You know? Everybody struggles. Nobody gets out of this without struggling, without deep moments of despair, you know, and whatever it is, heartbreak, folks. Like, you don't. I think life is more about struggle than it is about sort of easygoingness in a way. I think you can learn. I think that's the art and the skill that you can learn, is that, you know, how to manage life better, you know, make better decisions. No question about it. But still, life needs to keep challenging you. It needs to keep, you know, sending you the tests and show, you know, and the lessons, and it has to. It's like your job is not done, you know. It's not just done. Like here, I came on so-called holiday or vacation. There's no such thing as vacation in life, you know. You can't take a vacation from your problems or vacation from your mind, in a way, like as if we think we can. I've spoken about this, you know. I mean, I can be here in this beauty, and my mind is thrashing around. There's a war going on in my mind, let's say, whatever the mind is. You know, you wake up in that struggle of the mind daily. Constantly you needing to try and regain presence. Look at that tree up there. Constantly you have to need to regain presence. If you can see it. Sometimes, like, I think when I'm in the city, in the hustle and bustle, and I've been there for far too long, which is maybe more than 2 weeks, I just imagine of a space like that tree up there, you know, or a tree, and just to sit under it and sort of just find that sort of stillness and that peace and that beauty, and let the energy of this place, you know, sort of just embrace me and just hold me and just comfort me, you know, because of its truth, because of its beauty, because of its ancientness, you know. I mean, they say that this valley where I'm standing now, it was full of water. This was actually used to be, and I don't know how true it is. Again, people just spew whatever shit they want to spew, and that's it. You've got to be so careful with people online, hey. I mean, how many people, you really got to be true to yourself and find out what's true to you. Seriously, you know a lot better than a lot of people in your life, I'm sure, and people that you come across on YouTube, and you've got to give yourself credit for. You know, I'm saying it's not true. Well, I know everything, but geez, folks, it's like, just be careful when you're online and listening to people, you know, because they'll mess you up, they'll confuse you terribly. I don't know, so I'm jumping around here and I'm saying different things. I just want to share some different thoughts and feelings, you know. But again, I think, just ending off on this, is that I don't think I'm alone when I talk about sort of the struggle of trying to emotionally and intellectually and spiritually connect with other people. I don't think I'm alone, you know. I don't think I'm alone. I think some of us have maybe a few people in our lives where we can connect spiritually, mindfully, soulfully, you know, emotionally. I think and then other people don't have any, like, they don't really have anybody. You know, and it's just the way that the setup has gone. Like, I don't know why it's been set up like this for me, living in South Africa, for myself, Johannesburg. Oh my goodness me. There's no consciousness about anything, nothing. It's terrible. Anyway, it's hard to explain, but it's a very spiritually dead, barren, you know, city. Very, very much so. And very, very violent. Very, very highly aggressive, you know. And I'm still living there. But, you know, it's part of my destiny, I suppose. I'm really hoping and praying that within the next month I'm able to make this big move that I've been speaking about for some time, if you will. Alright, folks, yeah, there's so much more to be said, but I just wanted to really share the space with you. You can hear the birds. It takes a lot, folks, to be present, eh? It really takes a lot to be here. It's not easy. It's not just picturesque, you know, but to be fully alive here. Wow, it's hard. It's hard, you know, it takes time. You don't just arrive. It takes time. Because we're so much elsewhere all the bloody time. We're so much elsewhere. And so when you're here, it's just about arriving in the space, in this expansiveness, for crying out loud. In the respect of this place, of just the energy, I don't know, folks. So yeah, I'm just wishing you all a good year ahead, hey? Yeah, a good year ahead. May it be filled with a lot of meaning and a lot of love and a lot of growth, hey? A lot of growth, a lot of love, a lot of meaning, man. That's the ingredients, the nurturing, what, you know, for the soul, you know, for the soul. It's the fuel, if you will, for the soul, for the spirit, whatever you want to call it. Alright, folks, wishing you well and much love. We'll chat soon.